Okay, so Wynand, welcome to Wine with Jimmy. Would you introduce yourself and talk a little bit about Lanzarote?
Okay, my name is Wynand Lategan. I'm the winemaker at Lanzarote. I've been there since 2005, so it's more than 20 years now.
Well, and talk to us a little bit about how important Lanzarote is in terms of the history of Pinotage.
Yeah, I think if you talk about the story about Pinotage, I think Lanzarote is central to that story. I mean, Pinotage was crossed in 1925 by Professor Perold, but the first wine only saw the light in 1961. It was a 1959 vintage, and it was under the Lanzarote label. It was fruit from Bellevue, close from Bottelray Valley. And then in those days, Stellenbosch Farmers Winery owned the Lanzarote brand, and they bought in the grapes and bottled the wine under the Lanzarote label. So that is the first Pinotage in the world. So that is our sort of important part of history of Pinotage. Yeah.
And then you have this special wine that you've recreated from that old wine. Would you tell us about what's in your hand?
The funny thing is that original vineyard planted in 1953 still exists. So I went to Bellevue and really begged, could we have some of those grapes again, with the idea to relaunch or recreate the first Pinotage. And it took me 10 years to convince them, but eventually we got there. And then we started in 2015, and then the first year or two was just experimentation, and then with the idea to relaunch the first Pinotage 2019 vintage 2021, exactly 60 years after the first one. If you can say, the secret behind this wine is the vineyard. It reflects the soil, it reflects the terroir. I think when you taste this wine, you'll get a lot of that fynbos spiciness, almost perfume on the nose.
What exactly is fynbos?
So fynbos is our indigenous scrub, what we got in the mountains. It's around, if there's not vineyards, there will be fynbos. So that is our indigenous fauna and flora. It's a plant species in that flora. So, and it generally gives spiciness on the nose. If you think about the Mediterranean climate that we've got here, it gives you almost a dry, spicy notes. Of course, we get low volumes on this, so we have to make it all by hand. So sometimes it's small little open fermenters that we work it very lightly. You have to remember it's a vineyard that's older than 70 years, so you generally want to work it soft. So it's gentle punch downs, not too much interference, and then we press it in a small little basket press, so that the tannins are there, but it's very fine tannins. And I think that is maybe what comes in the character of the wine.